This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show, number where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. From the newsreel, we always endeavor to keep it real. This is in the interest of our people. This is the people's voice. This is the Black Pot. Oh my God. And today we have so much we need to talk about. We're going to start with this one coming from Ghana Web. And I need you to come along. It says, NPP primaries. I have saved dollars. I will pay double of what competitors would offer delegates. And this is supposedly coming from the BBNE MP. I read, now the member of parliament for BBNE Anyaso constituency, Alfred Obing Boateng, has emphasized his preparedness to pay delegates of the new patriotic party NPP to secure the party's parliamentary ticket for the 2024 general election. In a viral audio shared by Sumpa FM, the MP noted that he paid as much as 3,000 Ghana cedis per delegate during his previous primaries, and that he's ready to match any competition from his contenders in terms of payment to delegates. I knew from day one that upon all the resistance I faced during my coming into office, this time people will regroup more forces, pool their resources together, and fight one person. So, knowing all this, I know everyone's financial strength. I know everyone's financial limit here. So I know how much they can easily pool without being worried about it. When you have, say, 1 million Ghana cedis, you can give away 1,000 Ghana cedis each without flinching. So we are about to go for the primaries with about 1,200 delegates. The other time, we paid 3,000 Ghana cedis minimum per person, and the primaries is coming again, the MP said. Listen, he emphasized that he has specifically saved money in dollars to avoid the impact of inflation, and is prepared to pay as much as 20,000 Ghana cedis to each of the 2,200 delegates in the constituency to secure the party's parliamentary ticket. Oh my God. Oh my God, please have mercy on me. My God. My brother, this is corruption with impunity. Under the very eyes of Nana Akufo-Addo, MPP MPs in power, my brother, my sister, are throwing away corruption with such impunity. Listen to what this guy is saying. According to what we just read from Ghana Web, he bribed his way into the party's helm of affairs, and he became an MP by bribing delegates. He says that he knows how much each of his contenders has. And for that matter, he will double whatever they give to the delegates in terms of bribes so that they can vote for him again. Number two, the BBNE MP here says that he has saved his money in American dollars to avoid the impact of inflation, knowing very well that the Ghana cedi under Nana Akufo-Addo is less valuable than a toilet paper. For that matter, he would not risk Nana Akufo-Addo's cedi, a government that he has been part of, a government, my brother, my sister, that has derailed the development and success of this country and driven it deep into the abyss that is so bottomless. My brother, my sister, this is the MP. My brother, BBNE people, What has this guy done for you? Has he been able to fix some of your problems at least? This is the guy here boasting that he has more money than any of his contenders, and that he will match them boot for boot, and that he is ready to give as much as 20,000 Ghana cedis to each delegate in terms of bribe, so that he can rise to the top of the party as an MP. I am so ashamed. My brother, if this was a country with a president with common sense of patriotism, this guy would be sacked immediately from the party. If this party was any party with a common sense of patriotism, this guy would be suspended indefinitely. A man who is telling the whole world that his party has failed economically to the point that the Ghana cedi is nothing but an inflationary tool, a manipulative weapon that is so hapless, that the Ghana cedi is nothing but a toilet paper, my brother, my sister. And that he would save his money. In fact, he has already saved his money in the American dollars. Can you imagine an American senator saying this? Oh, I am going to bribe delegates to vote for me for my Republican or Democratic Party, and I've saved my money in Ghana cedis so that the American dollar will not affect it in any way in terms of inflation. It will be all over. This senator will become the villain that America would never want to see. But because we live in a country of sheep, no common sense, education is relegated to the background. The wisdom of our ancestors has become nothing but tomfoolery. Churches are springing up in every centimeter of the community, yet spirituality has long been buried 10 million feet under the sand. My brother, my sister, I laud this MP. Shame on you. They say his name is what? Alfred or Bing Boating. Shame on you, Alfred. People like you should never ever be called honorables. You are deceivables. My brother, my sister, very, very much so. Oh, what a shame. And people will still go on to vote for this guy. It tells you where this party has come to. At the crossroads of total indiscipline, that you voted an old man, my brother, my sister, diminutive in the brain and probably suffering from old age dementia. My brother, my sister, this is what we are getting. You'll be shocked that if you go into the background of this guy, he probably has 500 PhDs. PhDs that are bought, PhDs that they pay money for, PhDs that they themselves can never defend anywhere. My brother, my sister, our country has come to a crossroads. And these crossroads, my brother, my sister, will spell doom for the nation. Ha! This is what this guy from the ruling party is saying. They are going to spend money in bribes to bribe their own delegates so that they can swing the pendulum to their side, and they will be able to win and come on. And he's bragging that he's saving the money in dollars. If you are a member of the NPP, it's time for you to resign right now. It's a shameless, dirty party that was created by Satan, and Satan is waiting to consume it in hell. If you are a member of the NPP and you have conscience, it is time to abandon this sheep until people with common sense of patriotism come to join this party. Until then, I spit on this dirty party. Next thing I'm looking at, my brother, my sister, is coming from Ghana Web, same Ghana Web, and it says Akufo-Addo's ministers demand 1 million Ghana cedis from road contractors. And this is coming from no other person but Professor Stephen Adey. I read. The former chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, NDPC, who used to shower praises on the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for running the country better than any other personality under the Fourth Republic, is at his wit's end for the current state of affairs, especially the menace of corruption. According to Professor Stephen Ade, road contractors are being made to cough up a whooping 1 million Ghana cedis as bribes to ministers before they are awarded contracts to execute without a guarantee as to whether they will be paid the contract sum or not. Sounding rather angry, Professor Ade lamented that lots of shady deals are ongoing in the country under President Dankwa Akufo-Addo, whom he said has dashed the hopes of Ghanaians who felt that he was going to really transform the nation. You see the disappointment on the face of Professor Stephen Ade. I have worse than that kind of disappointment sitting on my face like the egg of an ostrich. My brother, my sister, when Nana Akufo-Addo was coming into power, I was one of those that danced Agbaja and Kwalogo and even Adua, that at last the corrupt Mahama was going to get out of the way. Remember that it's all about Ghana. Thankfully, Ghanaians believe that Blakk Rasta is a very, very, very patriotic human being who can never be swayed by any political party. To God be the glory, subhanallah. Hear me now, brethren. When Nana Akufo-Addo came in, we threw away all tribalism, threw away all religiosity, threw away all religiousness, threw away every other thing, my brother, my sister, that could be seen as discriminatory, and decided to lump around the ghettos of Nana Akufo-Addo. Today, my brother, my sister, next time I see an old man on the ballot box, I will think twice. As we were told in the past, that stupid people get old too. My brother, my sister, today it is coming to light that treacherous human beings can also grow old. It's not every old man in the society who is wise. It is not every old man in the society who knows it all. Nana Akufo-Addo has demonstrated aptly that he's a useless president, that he's a president with no respect and regard for this nation. And I will say it over and over, my brother, my sister. This president will roast in the hell-test part of hell. This is a president who pretends to love God. He would go all the way to Israel, that has legalized homosexuality, and still see the land of Israel as very, very holy, and carry a stone and bring it here to form a foundation, to build a dirty cathedral. Yes, to inflame his whims and caprices. As it stands right now, my brother, my sister, Stephen Ade is talking. You pay 1 million Ghana cedis bribes to ministers that Nana Akufo-Addo has put in place for you to be given a contract. Now, it's not about know-how. It is not about how well you can fare. It's all about how much you can pay. And the sad thing is that the institutions that were put in place to fight corruption, my brother, my sister, when they are able to venture towards fighting corruption, this clearing agent, dirty-minded clearing agent, will come and clear everybody off and threaten to sack people, like we saw in the case of Domlevo. We have seen the Attorney General also in trouble. And at the crossroads, at the same time, we have also seen the Office of the Special Prosecutor in total limbo and darkness, total obscurity. Hear me now, brethren. 1 million Ghana cedis you pay to MPs. The president is sleeping. The president has lost touch with his brains. The president does not know exactly what is happening in this nation. You can't cheat nature. At a certain age, you must rest. But when you decide to push yourself into it, and people also push you around, my brother, my sister, is the nation that becomes the sacrifice at the end of it all. Professor Stephen Ade, we all know, has always praised this president. Today, he has also come to the end of the road. In fact, the last straw has broken the back of the good old professor. Mr. President, Remember, I told you, do not be scared of any coup d'etat. The coup d'etat has happened already. Now, if you have so many people unprecedentedly leaving this country, every now and then the passport offices run out of passports. People are running out of this country as if it was an exodus. Those of you who do not know what it means to say the exodus, go and read the Bible. When God's people were leaving the land of Egypt and going to the promised land, it was known as the exodus. Today, there is yet another exodus, but this is a different exodus. People, my brother, my sister, are living in their droves, unprecedentedly. My brother, my sister, today when you walk on the streets of Canada, Toronto, it's like you are walking on the streets of Accra. Hey, you are hearing Ga all over the place. You walk on the streets of New York. Hey, I can also say, you are hearing tree as if you were in Ghana. When you walk on the streets of London, my brother, my sister, you see Ghanaians walking all over the place, my brother, my sister, speaking Ghanaian languages left, right, and center. Nana Akufo-Addo has drowned the country in shame. Nana Akufo-Addo has drowned the country in oblivion. Drowned this country into a euphoria that is totally negative geometrically. Stephen Ade, thank you for speaking your mind. But this president, Satan is waiting with a strong hard on, stronger than the Twin Towers, ready to sodomize this old man with no mercy. Now the next thing I would like to look at, and I need you to come around. Jesus is Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm reading this from my Joy Online. And it says, ticking time bomb. Kusasis and Mampusis deepen conflict on social media with animal labels. My brother, my sister, much as I try to stay away from talking about Kusasis and Mampusis, I feel like it is also my responsibility to speak to the people in the area. You know what pains me? These are people who are brothers. They come from the same great-great-great-grandfather. These are people whose languages intersect. When you speak Mampruli and I speak Kusasi, there are a lot of words that intersect and intermingle. I am able to understand you. What that means is that our language comes from the same source. Now, when you look at the history of the people of the area, today in Boko, my brother, they used to live in peace and harmony. They used to have one same great-great-grandfather. They used to hug and dance. They used to celebrate the same festivals. They used to intermarry and still do. My brother, my sister, today, there's trouble amongst them. And it hurts me. Where are the historians? Which historians are ready to tell the Mampusis and the Kusasis that they are brothers? And that whatever differences are there, could we sit back and agree so that we will shame the devil? Every now and then, I hear guns blazing. People trying to go back into history and tell who is right and who is wrong. This is not the time. The time now is the ICU time. People must recover and have life before they talk about what they should be doing. And fata. To the people of Boku, please fear God. A lot of people are intermarrying. Mampusis are marrying Kusasis. I know there are differences. Where in the world would you not find differences? What is the solution in killing each other? I am not going to apportion blame to anybody, as I said. We are in the ICU. Can we unite? Or do we need the Asante Hini to come and sit and bring peace? 2 days ago, I heard the Asante Hini say that we used to bring Moses and the Gombes to marry our women. They are those who have made us stand up today as men. Who are the Moses? Who are the Dagombes? They are the same as the Kusasis, the same people. Same great-grandfather. So if you are the people who have made Asante Hini, and the greatest of all the Asante stand as men, as in the words of the Asante Hini. Osina efa Mosifo, any Dagomba for mema, so mume wari, yamano. Omuna amaye ajina ye naiso and de. Say ye mema. In the words of the Asante Hini. That you, the same people, the Kusasis, the Mamprusis, the Moses, the Gombes, and all those people who come from the same grandfather. The Asante Hini said, they used to bring you to come and marry their women. And today, because of you, they are standing on their 2 feet as men. If the Asante kingdom is standing on its 2 feet as men and powerful, you are now disintegrating. Oh, Jesus. Please, we beg you. I'll leave it here. My name is Blakk Rasta. Eric Mawe is in the house. And I'm going to leave it here. When we return, it will be 12:40, and we will do the African history class.